Hello everyone. In the present video, I will discuss about the neo-functionalism of Alexander and Coulomb. When we discuss about neo-functionalism, we must take the reference of functionalism because neo-functionalism is the extension or a form of criticism of functionalism. But according to Alexander and Coulomb, neo-functionalism is not a full-fledged theory. Rather, it's a form of criticism or certain assumptions being made how to reinterpret functionalism, how to redevelop functionalism in the context of the present society. So Alexander and Coulomb believes that functionalism had certain limitations. What were these limitations? So specifically and particularly, I will give the idea that functionalism was mainly focused on the macro aspect of the society, that is social structure, social system, and also the order of the society. Particularly the Personian functionalism was focusing on the social order, social equilibrium. So in short, I will say that functionalism was confined to the understanding of social structure, system, social order, and social equilibrium. In detail, how functionalism and neo-functionalism differs from each other, what is the limitations of functionalism, that I will discuss in another video. But in today's video, I will discuss about the specific explanations of the neo-functionalism by Alexander and Coulomb. So Alexander and Coulomb found that functionalism had certain limitations, that is, it focused on the structure, system, the order, social order, and equilibrium, that is macro aspect of the society. So neo-functionalism started with the assumption that it can be a descriptive model, that neo-functionalism can be a descriptive model of the society, that it can provide an open-ended analysis and discussion of the society. It rejects the monocausal explanation of the society as functionalism has done. That functionalism basically pointed out the determining situation of the society, that is how social structure determines human behaviors and how social structure maintains the order. There is a kind of monocausal explanation given by the functionalism, but neo-functionalism opposed this monocausal explanation. It made a descriptive model, it made the open-ended framework for understanding and for analysis of the society, that we cannot develop a determining factors that can be presented as a source of the determining or source of controlling or maintaining the society and social structure or the human behavior. Neo-functionalism focused on both macro and micro aspects. There is both action and order. Neo-functionalism here focused or try to understand the interrelationship between both action and order. That is, it made the framework open. So what we have understood is that neo-functionalism of Alexander and Coulomb provided an open-ended framework of understanding society that can focus on both action and order. Instead of focusing on monocausal explanation of the society, that is, social structure and system determines the action, Alexander and Coulomb's neo-functionalism provided us an opportunity, provided us a framework of using both the aspect, both the dimension of the society, action and order. How action can change the society and how social structure can maintain the order, and how the social structure determines the individual's behavior or the action of the individuals. Another important point is that functionalism focused on the integration in the society, how various aspects and various parts of the society are well integrated and maintains the order. Here, neo-functionalism of Alexander and Coulomb believes that this integration is not the description of any society. This integration is just a possibility. Integration among all the aspects of the society, all the parts and elements of the society is just a possibility. It cannot be considered as a description, that it cannot be characterized, society cannot be characterized as integrated society. There may be disintegration, there may be instability in the society, there may be disorder in the society, but there may further redevelop integration and order and the stability. But neo-functionalism here emphasizes or pointed out that the integration and order can just be the possibility of the society. Then next, another important issue which Alexander and Colomy pointed out is that Personian idea of, that is Talcott Parsons' idea of personality system, cultural system and social system are the integral parts of the social system or the society. Here neo-functionalism argued that of course these are the important elements of the society, but the interdependence of these elements may also cause changes, may also cause some kind of tension and conflict in the society. That means change may arise, change may originate in the process of interdependence of these systems like cultural system, personality system and social system. So these are not just the elements of the society, rather interdependence of these systems may generate conflict and change. Alexander and Colomy further argues that social equilibrium is not always possible. Social equilibrium cannot be described as a characterizing feature of society, or we cannot say that social equilibrium is the description of a particular society. Social equilibrium and order are the possibilities of the society. Social equilibrium can just be considered as a possibility of the society. There may be social equilibrium, there may not be social equilibrium, but social equilibrium definitely exists. But it does not mean that society can only be characterized as social equilibrium. Next important issue that Alexander and Colomy pointed out is that change and order. Social change does not necessarily originate from the order of the society. It does not mean that social change happens through a certain order in the society, through a certain stable situation or state in the society. Change may arise from the tension, from the conflict, from the differentiations in the society, and that may develop, that may arise within the cultural system, personality system, and social system. So Alexander and Colomy's point is that this change is not necessarily change of the equilibrium, as Dr. Parson has mentioned, that there would be change of equilibrium. That is, when there will be change, it's a change of equilibrium. But it does not mean that change always occurs from a certain order of the society. There may be disruption, there will be disorder, instability in the society, tension, conflict in the society, and which may leads to change. Further, there would be development of the order and stability. So these are the important issues which mainly pointed out by Alexander and Colomy, and these particular assumptions are considered as the beginning of the neo-functionalism, because neo-functionalism is not yet a full-fledged theory. Lastly, I would have mentioned the idea of neo-functionalism, that empiricism or empirical study or empirical analysis is the essential part of the sociology. Neo-functionalism believes that empirical study must be carried out and empirical analysis must present the real situation of the society, social order, social conflict, or change, differences, stability, destability, equilibrium, disequilibrium, all situations can only be understood through empirical analysis. So this is the brief understanding of neo-functionalism by Alexander and Coulomb. In the next video, I will discuss about the difference between functionalism and neo-functionalism. Though certain things I have already pointed out here. That's how neo-functionalism developed as a form of criticism, as a form of extension of functionalism. But specifically, I will give an explanation how functionalism and neo-functionalism differs from each other. So thank you very much for watching.